Why, hello everybody. Welcome back to 2B2T. We are here with 638 some odd people. 38? Yeah, 38 people. So in our last episode, we built this stairway. You can see we've expanded it, but we're not quite there. We've started moving the pearl stations. We got a couple team members that'll be on later to move their pearls. We've got the new setup, which is up here. So the proxy will be standing here in the ring. And then of course, when we send the command, he'll just flip the associated trap door. Works really well. We went to some honey blocks, so we don't have to worry about big columns going down. They're really easy to use. We can fit 20. I need one more honey block, but I gotta go get bees to do that. To do that, because, excuse me, let me get a drink. We lost all of our honey and honey blocks and honeycomb in the last, well, we lost it in the downfall of Fusionia, and then we lost it in the raid of our second base. We lost what we had left. So that's all we had was 19 honey blocks, and we need 20. So we'll have to get a bee farm set up. So upcoming episode shortly. But anyways, today what we're going to do is try to put the outer wall on the tower. So it should be fairly easy. I know how I'm going to do it. So we just got to pop down. I guess I could go quicker. Is this quicker if I just do this? Probably, because I'm not going in circles, right? Of course, I have to be in the center of this so I can go down. All right. We're going to put some more walls on the palace. In this case, it'll be the cladding to the tower here. Let's just come over to this side here. We'll start here, off to the side of this. So we're going to come right here. So I'm just going to put a base layer right there. So on each of these levels, where it comes out the 5 wide, this is going to be a stained glass window. But in between and where the column is going to be solid. No windows. So all we have to do is put in a design that we like. Aha! Yes, that's the challenge. I'm just going to put these blocks here just so that I can define this edge. On the corner here, I'm going to go ahead and go out an additional to here. And we're going to do it similar to our design over there. It'll be a little bit different, but we're going to do it similarly. Did I bring? I did not. All right, let's quickly hop over here. Maybe we don't have the speed beacon set up over. I should switch that beacon from mining to speed for now. In fact, I'll do that. If there's a thing of iron or something over here. Let me see. Do we need the... Nope, don't need those. Nope. Nope, don't need that. I know there's probably a chunk of iron or something in here. I do need some of this. We'll take 2 of those. Take those. I'm gonna run out of inventory space as usual. Here, we'll dump out a couple of those because I want this one instead. Let's just take 2 full stacks of that. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, a chunk of something to change the beacon. Uh-oh. We're still on my hotspot, so occasionally we get little ping gobbles, as you can see. We shall stare into the black abyss. Yep, okay. All right, we're back. And we set the beacon to speed instead of mine. Okay. We'll see how long this little tidbit lasts. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that there. And we're going to do this. Do. That is our first step. Then what I think I want to do is I'm going to come up like this. Go up 3. We're going to switch out some stuff. This here, I'm gonna do this, and then these here, I will go up like this. Is that how we're gonna do it? Yeah. Okay, cool. And so what we'll do is we'll do, let me see. So that's 3 high, right? Technically, yeah, it is 3 high because that's one. Okay, so 3 high. I'm gonna go to each level. So yeah, we're gonna go to, so if I come here, that's okay, so 1 down. There we go. Because this, what I want to do is do the cracked. All right. We'll go like this, and then I think what we're going to do is we're going to put in that. This can continue like that. And then this will continue like this to the next level. So the bottom level is a little bit shorter, I think. Right? Yeah, because this is where, okay. Because we don't make it all the way around. Okay, that makes sense. All right, so we come up 1, do that, and then we continue. We'll go up 1 more, and then we'll take a look at, see how this looks. Is it going where we want? I mean, obviously this is just, oh, okay. We'll be back. All right, we're back again. Let's take a look at this. All right, there we go. All right. So yeah, I mean, it's just the little corner piece. It's really simple. I'm wondering if I should bring in this, if that would look good. Let's take a look. So for example, I don't know why it's doing that. It's like it's turning it off and on, right? Actually, if I do that, we won't be able to see this. So then what was the, why the point? No, I think I'm going to leave it like this for the corners. So there'll be the 4 corner areas. Well, the inner one would be a little bit different because it's against the rest of the palace. But these 2 here, especially, I think we'll do that. We'll go all the way up to there, and then we'll work on the next part of it. I spy some mobs where there's no torch. Well, shame on them. Nobody invited them to the party. At least I didn't. Assuming no one else did, but you never know, right? Someone may have and just didn't tell me. You try to have a good time, and someone always has to ruin it, right? That's just the way it works, right? Something like that. All right, let me go ahead and finish these tower bits. And I'll cough a little bit more as I go along. Oops, we're already messing this up. And then we'll continue with the next part. I'll be back in a bit. All right, we're back. We've finished our columns on all the corners. Now we got to fill in the sides. Lag is getting really bad, not only because I'm on my hotspot, and so my ping is terrible, but TPS has been fluctuating all the way down to 15. The brown men, I believe it's the brown men, that's what I've heard. They have a lag machine and they keep coming on, and constantly lagging out the server. So, server admins, just ban them. I know it doesn't happen like that, but anyways. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we need to build out our wall design. So I'm going to start by doing this. Ta-da! And ta-da! And then we're going to do the same thing here and here. All right, so now that we've got that, um, how else do I want to do this? I think I'm going to go blank, 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 blank. All right, and then on the back side, we'll do that and that. Whoa, we got extra bounces here. Okay. Then I think we're going to put in that. And then let me see here. This is going to be really interesting to build simply because, yeah, simply because that's why. I'm so descriptive. Whoops. Oh, okay. Well, let's start over. Evidently, the server said, nope, that's not what you need to do. You need to change your design. Okay, so we're going to get to this. Now, my trick here is... There is a trick here. I tell you there is. Actually, I'm going to come back down one. And I'm going to put this, and this. Then I'm going to come in and let's remove those. Let's bring this back. We're going to do this. Let's see how this... Wait a minute. Yeah. We're fine. Let's see how this is going to work. So here we have that. Well, that doesn't... See, it was... Does that mean I just do this? Let's take a look. Oops. Doesn't give it as much color design. There we go. And then this would be... Well, then that doesn't make sense. These would need to be this. Like that. Same thing with this one down here. And then we come up 3. All right, let's pause here. Now I may change. So I mean that's gonna look okay. I may change this one so that it's matched to that, but let's come up to this level and see what it's gonna do. So at that level we had up, we're bouncing around again. So we've come up 3, and that would be 3. So I can put a design element here. So if I do this, I could then we'd go up 3 again. And this is where we would put in these again, right? Right. Let's see if this is gonna look okay. let me see. And then we did that, that. We have these. More of these. Maybe. There we go. And then we would go up 3 again, right? Let's take a look. Fulbright. What do you think? See on our, I mean, I don't want to do the same exact columns. These are really simple. The red really makes it highlight. It's not that we have to have the red on this. In fact, if I was to put the red on it, I don't know where I would actually put it, to be honest. Block is trying to escape. I could, on these, instead of these blocks, I could put the red. Would that look okay? How would that look? I don't know why when I switch now between the free cam and the regular, the Fulbright keeps turning off. Oh, we're lagging. Yep. Let's try that again. Okay. I should put a hotkey on this. I used to, but then I changed things. Okay, now that does look better with the red like that. So I'd have to do it down there too. All right. Let me play around with this a little bit and deal with the lag, of course, on my own. And then come back and take a look at a little bit bigger. What I think I do is before I build this one up further is that I'll build it here and I'll build it here so I can see the view of what it's going to look like here and what it's going to look like over there. I think that's going to help us to determine what we want to do. And then, like I mentioned, I need to replace this and that and these. Yeah. So that it's a better match. Here, we'll just come up here on top and do it. Here we go. And of course, we missed. Oh, okay. I thought I had a second chance, but nope, we're still at the bottom. Whoa, come on, server. You can do it. It's a combination, obviously, of the server and of my hotspot being only minimal speed versus my normal 600 megabytes per second speed that I have on my net. They keep changing the time. It's actually the next day since I started the recording the other day. You know, at first it was 7 in the morning, it'll be fixed, and then it was it's going to be 2 p.m. and now it's it's going to be 10 p.m. and it's like, oh my goodness, come on, really? Anyways, I will be back. I'm gonna work on, like I said, setting up just a little bit better look, and of course dealing with the the blocks appearing and disappearing so that I can see if this is the look that I want on the outside of the tower. Obviously the inside, we've got all this space to build up the inner walls and all of that, so that's good. But let me put this together and then we'll be back. See you in a bit. Hello, welcome back. It's another day. Still no internet. I'm on my hotspot, but it seems to be working quite well today. I've been busy trying to finish the tower. We've spent probably a lot more time on this tower than I wanted to, and it's not done yet, but it's coming together quite nicely. All right, let's take a look. Whee! So we're putting in the windows. I still got to put in some of the design, but I started filling it in on this side. Um, oops, I got a mistake there. I got to take that out. Um, I decided that I was making it a little too complicated. I'm going to put some additional design on it. I think I'm going to do some scaffolding up, and then like in these sections here, we'll take this out because that was the original design. I will put a stair and a wall in each of those, and I think it'll look really good like that. But this looks much better, and I've got the stained glass windows in, and yes, they are not even. This one is higher than this one. You can see it, so it curves around, and so I like that. Now the corners, they are even, so they don't necessarily match up all the way around, but um, I like the design. It's really simple. And then we completely redid the top. So the stairs, we haven't done this side because a good portion of it's going to connect to the rest of the palace. I can probably do the upper two levels, but I didn't redo that. And we still got to do the middle and the inside decoration. But anyways, we come up the stairs. I know and then we've got our pearl stations. So we've got a lot more stations now, which is good. We've got some storage. This is just temporary storage so that, for example, if someone finds a stash or whatever, they can use the proxy to teleport themselves, throw it into the chest, go back and forth, and then later transport it down into the main treasuries. But yeah, so we'll put the proxy. He'll be sitting here. We've got a little decoration design still to do, and we want to do the top of the tower slightly more because I don't want it like that. It looks unfinished. Uh, but it works really well. We will keep it open so that you can fly in and out of the corners and whatnot. But this looks really good. Oh, yes, this is Dalkio's pearl. It was down here. And, in order to do the design, it was like, okay, he's not going to be on for a while because he's traveling. What should I do? Oh, yeah, I can just create a higher water column and float the pearl up and then put a new soul sand underneath it to keep it floating. So he's temporarily here in the sky until such time as he's able to come on and set new pearls. It works. But yeah, this looks really good. I like it. And this kind of gives you an idea a little bit of what we're going to be doing with the stained glass windows in other sections of the palace. It won't all be colored, but in the main hall here, we will be putting up stained glass in here. And I'm thinking I'm going to put a sword design similar to that. I'll either put a sword design or I'll put a rainbow. Not all colors, but basically I would do like a diagonal of like red, orange, yellow, lime, green, turquoise, blue, and so on. And then cycle it back to red. Might look really good. We'll have to try some things. Anyways, I'm happy. We've done very well with the design here. We've got some more work to do, of course, to finish it. But this pretty much concludes this episode. I'll continue to work on it. It's taken a lot longer, especially since, I haven't had internet. It's the weekend. It's been annoying. Friday, I couldn't connect at all. And Saturday, I could barely connect at all, even with my hotspot. I guess there was just too much usage. Today, Sunday, no problem. So far, the hotspot is working very well. I've had no connectivity issues. I haven't been booted, so that's good. Let me see. Okay, we're going to do a little bit more design work with these. So let's keep that on. But what I need to do is I need this. I've got storage all over the place. And I need these. And then extra ones of this stuff. I also need the scaffolding. Where did I stick the scaffolding? There we go. Don't know if that's enough scaffolding. Should have more scaffolding somewhere. I know I have more scaffolding. Maybe I don't. Maybe I'm imagining things. Well, I'm definitely imagining things because I don't have more scaffolding. All right, well, that's fine. Anyways, I'm going to work on the tower a little bit more, try to get it a little bit more complete, and then we're going to move on to our next video. But thank you for joining, everybody. Take care.